So yeah, you know, I was out in the field, and the first time at a weekly progress meeting, I basically didn't even know who I worked for. So it was a lot of learning, and I'm still learning 26 years later. And I just want to tell you all the things I learned so you could sort of pick the ball up. People at school are extremely, extremely smart. I mean, they learn the construction process pretty well. If you go to construction management school, you learn, and if you go to architecture school, you learn the design process pretty well. But maybe I can share some insight from the things that I learned while at school at architecture, interior design, and landscape architecture schools. I also could perhaps share with you what I learned in the field. And what happened is on day one, I was at my first progress meeting, and I just listened intently, trying to seek patterns. And when it was my first project, I had a feeling that they were going to be similar, but I wanted to see how similar and how they varied. So I got my first project, and then I couldn't wait to get my second and third and fourth, and I studied the drawings and specifications each time. And what I learned is every single project is different. Yet there are standards, and there's specifications and drawings and means and methods. Those things typically are the same, but you may never see them twice in your whole career. The commonalities that I saw working on commercial construction projects were every single project had construction specifications. They all had construction drawings. They're now starting to all have PDFs as a requirement, which is really fun because you can do searches on any word you're looking for. I worked a lot as a resident engineer, which is also known as a clerk of the works, and the resident engineer has to know every single division, and what I mean by is every single division in the construction specifications that was written by a specification author on the design team, on the designers team, the stakeholder. And means and methods are very different, but you can pick up on it. Let me go back to what the resident engineer needs to do. They have to learn, all divisions, and before 2004, I think it was, there was only 16 divisions. The last being the electrical, second to the last plumbing, fire protection, mechanical, openings, which is doors and windows, enclosures, which is the roof, the siding, curtain walls, rain screens, and then there's masonry, concrete, site work, and general conditions. So those were the 16 languages, we'll say, that the resident engineer had to learn. And then they increased it to, I think we're up to 52. So there's a lot of specialty items. Maybe there's some that are not named, but they're placeholders for the future. But essentially, things are becoming more advanced, more complicated, more technology is being introduced. So other divisions are being created by the Construction Specification Institute. The Construction Specification Institute is maintained by a board of primarily lawyers and perhaps some architects, but mostly attorneys, from what I recall. And yeah, so that's the things that I see that remain the same. And at this point in my career, I still have the same problems that I've always had since day one. So I'm looking to develop products that will solve my problems. Most definitely AI and a few other items, but yeah, I wanted this channel to hopefully reach out to others who might be interested in joining a team, an innovation team for construction, and find some solutions or develop some solutions to the problems that I've had for the past quarter of a century, and I know would help all others on lots of cost savings and resource savings. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope you come back soon.